Hey guys, Ron Smiley here. Let's take a look at your forecast. And I told you earlier we were going to try to do for the afternoon update something a little bit different. Instead of looking ahead, we're actually going to look back at the big snowstorm and kind of talk about where we might have gone wrong and, well, what's next from here. I also have a new graphic that's going to be, I think, pretty hot around Pittsburgh. The other stations, they'll pick it up sometime. You're going to see that actually right now, though, so we'll show you that. I will warn you, normally I post on Twitter. There's a good chance that this is going to go past the 220 that Twitter allows. If that's the case, it will only be on Facebook. Maybe what I'll do is show you just kind of a quick preview and get to maybe one or two graphics and then say, hey, go over to my Facebook page for more. Let's talk about what happened. You can actually see the first of two sister low pressure areas moving across the area. In fact, what I am going to do, if it's going to allow me to do this, I don't know if it will or not, I am going to take off that now and actually put in a clock there. So now we can see the clock there as well. Here it is right here. This is the first of two. Broad area low pressure, one area low pressure. But notice what happens as it passes by. It pulls down cold air, and the second area of low pressure that's now situated off the East Coast grabs onto all that moisture. Now, you got to say, why didn't we see that? Why didn't we see? Here's the first area low pressure, and then here's the second one right on its heels. You know, and we knew that there was going to be snow, but it's hard, especially when it's more than 10 inches. You know, this was just kind of that perfect system that came together once again. First low pushing through, that was on Tuesday where we got some snow, and then the secondary low right on its heels. That's the nor'easter part of things that is now off of the East Coast. This low also is going to help. You see the warm front that's developing off to our west now? I'll let all this go away and we'll see it. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit now, and so we're going to be looking at what's going on right now. Here's a warm front drawn in right here, right on top of St. Louis. This is going to be an area also to see some pretty good amounts of snow, but it's going to stay to our south because the nor'easter should technically keep us dry. It's going to pull in some really cold air, you know, help us miss actually our next system. So even though it really slammed us over the last 24 to 48 hours, it actually is going to keep some snow away from us. Let's talk about those snow totals, and man, were they big. You can start to see this is just estimated precipitation. We're not getting fancy there or anything like that. And I'll put things out of motion for you. We're already past that 220, so this definitely is not going on Twitter. And you can see, I'll just kind of find some areas there. This is actually just rain. It's looking at, if it was just rain, we're looking at 2.5 inches, 2.8. Then you multiply that and you say by 10, and yeah, you're looking, I mean, we could have had 20 inches in some areas. We didn't because, well, a lot of this was rain, but still just a lot of moisture that we saw. 1.5, yeah, that's, you do the math right there. We're looking at, that's 15 inches. If you just multiply by 10, remember, the temperatures were right at 32 for most of this event, so normally we're looking at about an 8-to-1 or 1-to-8 ratio when it comes to our multiplication. That puts it right where we saw it with the moisture that we have seen. Overall, well, we'll zoom in and just kind of show you some of those big totals. We'll leave in the moisture there, and you can see just some of the big numbers that are coming in. There's that 8-inch from the Emsworth area that we're seeing there. 5.9, 24-hour estimate in Westmoreland County. 7.6. So these are the areas, you can see it right there, that really got some of the big snow totals was right there. Here's what's kind of cool that we're going to just kind of show you today. And in fact, let me see if I can back up. Hopefully it's going to let me back up here. I will, let's see what I can do. I don't know if I can back up or not. We started the day with 6 inches of snow. This is a snow depth accumulation, and it's going to predict where our snow is going to be. I'm kind of happy with this because we're the first ones that are going to show you this type of technology. Hey, others are going to jump on it once they see it, but at least, yeah, KDKA, we're going to be the first ones really to kind of show this to you. We're looking at about an inch of snow or so still on the ground as of noon. I always like to joke and say, hey, if you're wondering if you can kind of like not, you know, shovel, well, you still got 1 inch on the ground as of Saturday and at noon, and that's going to be kind of some icy mess. By Sunday, we're less than an inch. We're really looking at just kind of on grassy areas at that point, and then most of the snow is out of here by Monday. Hey, I got to go. I got to get out of here as well. There's a look at your long-range temperature trend. We're tricking up over the next couple of days. Once again, hey, make sure if you see this, make sure you like my page, or if you're on Twitter that you like or follow me there. I always are giving these video updates and trying to keep keep you up to date on the newest and latest technology, and I'd love